TV. I'm saying it for the TV. Hello, everyone, all the audience members, and our code enforcement, Mr. Lopez. I talk loud enough. I need this too. This is the Midtown Redevelopment Board, Tuesday, June 14th, and we're meeting at 4 o'clock. What am I doing? Roll call, please.
Johnny Ponder.
Here.
MS Ivy. Shirley Benjamin.
Here.
Patricia Hurd.
Here.
Ken McGee.
Here.
Denise McMillan.
Here.
We have a quorum. Yes. Okay. All righty. I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight, the board members. I need approval of the minutes for May 10th, 2/11. I need a motion. We have some corrections. Hold up. Captain Craig Capri was not here, and that's in the staff minutes present. So if you would change that. And do we have any other corrections that you all have noticed? Nope. Okay, with those corrections, can I get a motion?
Madam Chair, I make a motion that we accept the minutes with the necessary corrections.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the minutes for May 10th has been approved. Something that you all need to understand is that the police will not be here anymore. They'll be here every 3 months, quarterly. Okay, so if you have any problems with Popo, that the police can handle, talk to Mr. Charles Bryant. I got to stop watching Madea. That's where Popo come from.
A question, please.
Yes.
When is CompStat when do they meet?
I don't know.
Next Thursday.
All right.
Every Thursday, every other Thursday.
What time?
Right. 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So now what we're going to just do, we're going to do code enforcement. Mr. Lopez, please.
Yes, we did.
Good evening. How you doing, Charles?
Hello.
1, 2. Miss Joe, Johnny, what's wrong with my pictures? What's going on with my pictures? You ready?
Now we're on TV.
There was a property on 408 MMB that had graffiti problems. It's a vacant commercial property just crossing over the tracks. That's where you see the picture where they put the new window. The property is with the realtor, so I worked with her on having removing the plywood that was there and having a window put up on the property so it could look a bit decent.
Just for your information, that's really not Midtown. We
Okay.
start from the railroad track that way.
Up this way, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's one of the properties.
We need to know about.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The last time that we spoke, we were talking about vacant lots, and we're trying to clean up on vacant lots, and we have continued to try to do that, vacant lots, and cut the high grass and weeds and the debris on vacant lots on MMB and MLK. Some of them right now have been cut. There is one between Quiche and MMB that is high. There's 2 lots there. One has complied, has been cut down, but the one corner of Quiche and MMB is still being worked on with the owners. See if we could get that cut down. There's a property on Division Street, 543 Division Street, which I had the assistance of Charles Bryant on boarding it up. It was a nuisance. We had vagrants going in, using it for illegal things, I guess. So that's boarded up. That's the reason why you see it boarded up there. The property on 605 El Dorado, the gentleman that had all the vehicles, he has removed all the vehicles. If you do see a vehicle on the property, they're licensed, tagged, and insured. So all the vehicles that are there are from residents on the corner of the building complex there. So all the vehicles there are licensed and insured, and I am keeping track of it periodically, going to the property and checking the vehicles out. So that's been taken care of. Hopefully, we won't have a problem with him. I did speak with him on numerous occasions. Hopefully, we won't have the problem as long as I'm working there, so.
Okay, now can they be on?
It's a commercial property. The vehicles that are there, like I said, they licensed and insured.
But should they be on this stump, what is this?
That looks like a foundation of what used to be a building there, from my understanding.
Okay.
And yes,
His cars can be on the foundation?
yes,
Does he own that?
yes.
That still looks tacky. Okay, go ahead.
Unless zoning changes something.
Okay.
So those are the properties and the cases that I brought up from last month that we've done.
948 Orange Avenue?
948.
The ice.
Oh, they removed the ice machine. It's no longer there. The slab has been removed as well. Also, the store across the street, I guess somebody was complaining about the license. They did have a license. Apparently, it was never mailed to them, or they had problems receiving it. But they do have a license, and it should be posted.
Okay, it should
It's-
be posted, is it? Or-
Well, when I went there, it was posted.
Okay.
So I don't want you to go back and then it's not posted and say, Eddie said it was posted and it's not. But
Could you
it's
answer
on
me-
file.
Could you answer me a question, please?
Yes.
Okay, say this thing on Orange Avenue, this convenience store. If you go in and you say, okay, I'm gonna write you up because the ice machine was off or out, and they shouldn't be. And then you go back and you need to write them up for something else, carts outside. Then you go back a third time and you write them up for something else. When do you bring them to the code board?
I don't do that. I go to the property. If I tell them about the ice machine and it comes out again, then I will write them up and send them to code board.
Okay.
Because I already told them already, and they know, they're aware of it, cognizant.
One time, I'm telling you, don't do that again.
Yeah, if they complied, then it's done and over with. If it comes out again, then I will take them to the board.
Okay, that's good. That's what you want. Any questions, board members?
I have one.
Go ahead.
I'd like to know what can be done from court about Haynes Street and Orange Avenue.
Haines Street, what's the violation there?
The
That
loitering
empty
and
lot.
stuff, and they've been out there before, even with the officers, they've been there before, but they cleaned it up and now it's back again.
There's like 20 people out there now.
Right
I saw
now,
it on my
that's
way.
right.
And there's a guy with a table set up with
Yeah.
sunglasses on it. I'm thinking from the last meeting that we were told that the property owner had been notified. He cleaned it up because there was an issue where they actually had porta johns delivered. Can we not have the landowner?
If it's a vacant lot and they're not doing any
Fence it
type of
into it.
construction, they can't have the porta johns on the vacant
Well-
lot.
Well, they
But
don't
if
have
they
porta
just,
johns
if
now.
they sitting there,
They had.
They had them.
right.
But they don't have them now. What they got now, they build benches between the trees so they can sit on them.
Well, there's a guy vending today selling sunglasses. There are about 20
Yeah, that's
people there.
ridiculous.
And my concern is, as long as that lot is open, they're going to go there regardless because they know the police are not going to come every day. So can we hold the property owner responsible for fencing it in to where it's not accessible for that all-day lottery?
No, what I could do is speak with the owner and request a no trespassing request on the property. But that's as far as code enforcement, can do, it's on that.
Excuse me, Charles.
I would just like to suggest to Officer Lopez to contact Captain Capri on this, because I know the last meeting I attended back in April, the police department was doing some kind of sting or something at that address, and I would advise him to contact him before he go there. That's the reason I backed off, because I knew they was doing some type of operation, and I let him check through the police department before he goes there. We don't want him in danger. It could be some issue there.
I have a question. The property next door to Jay's Car Wash on Orange Avenue and MLK,
The corner.
the vacant property there, what is being done there?
We're trying to clean that up, as I spoke earlier on the vacant lots. We're trying to clean it up.
Because they have cars parked over there
Yeah,
now.
the car wash uses and parks the cars there. I have spoken with the tenant, the car wash, JJ. I'm having his cars for sale, not having them there or in the corner. So just trying to work with him to comply, and then the property, the vacant lot, is trying to get it cleaned up.
I have a question. Isn't Mr. Johnson still the owner of that property?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
He's the owner, but I'm not talking about the car wash
Is
itself.
that next door? To
Yes,
That's a different
Yeah,
owner.
they have
Next-
stuff parked over there. I know.
next door.
They have cars and stuff parked there.
Okay.
Mr. Lopez, well, excuse me, does anybody else have any questions? Okay. Mr. Lopez, if you would just kind of keep eye on these different little situations that we have, because usually it's the 14th now, so usually next month they will have it done again or have something done again. So if you would just kind of keep riding by and checking on them, because they kind of, you know.
Every day.
Yeah, because they'll kind of keep doing stuff, so we need to make sure that we have them looked at. All right. I'm sorry, is that the end of your report?
Yeah, that's basically what we're doing. The main focus is, like I said, on vacant lots, as Ms. Patricia was requesting on that.
In the area, because I called this morning on Keith Street by the library. That tree is hanging off, and I know you don't have anything, well, yes you have, yes you do, you're told. The tree is hanging on the street, and the tick has clothes in it and all that. It's disgusting. And need something done about that. So if you would take a look at that, that's off of Keach Street. It's on Keach Street before you get to
South Keach?
Yep. It's going to be
It's on Keish and what? What's the cross street there?
mailing.
Mailing?
Yeah.
Speaking of clothes, Mr. Lopez, this has been done before at the same address on the corner 3rd and Berkshire. They are hanging clothes on the fence, main thoroughfare, and clothes are hung on the fence.
On the fence.
I mean, clean
It-
clothes, they dry.
They're
It's not in
drying the
Midtown.
clothes on the fence, and they have been spoken to before.
Being informed it's not in Midtown, but I'll check into it though.
Code enforcement.
I'll speak with them, see if they could not put it on the fence.
A long time ago. Now, come on. Gee. Okay.
All right, that's it.
Mr. Lopez.
All right.
We're happy that you're,
And it's great having the meeting at 4 o'clock.
Amen.
okay. Real consideration on that. All righty.
Thank you.
Social service? Chauncey?
Good afternoon, Board. You should have received this memorandum in your packet. I hope you had an opportunity to go through it and read it. This is regarding DEV 2011-025, social services uses in the redevelopment areas. The memo that you received was written by Jason, and I did go over it and work with him. Went back through some of the workshops that we had in the past and looked at some of the prohibited uses that you had concerns about, and Jason did address those. I'm going to go through the memo and address those concerns that you had too, especially when it comes to convenience stores, cash checking services and that nature. As I understand it, according to the minutes, I reviewed a board meeting regarding the prohibited uses in redevelopment areas. There are some terms that are here also that we're addressing, and I hope you really had a chance to look at those terms and get a better understanding of what they mean, and especially as we deal with them in the redevelopment area. I'm going to not read it verbatim, granted that you had an opportunity to read it, and so we can go through it and see if you have any questions after we go through it. The term food pantry is proposed to be added to the list of prohibited uses in all redevelopment areas, not only Midtown, but all redevelopment areas. The term will also replace the term food bank as a conditional use citywide in Article 17. The term congregate meal facility is proposed to be added to the list of prohibited uses in all redevelopment areas. The term is defined as a facility that provides scheduled meals on a daily basis for families or individuals. This term does not include homeless shelters or transitional housing. Okay? As I go through them, if you have any questions, please stop me. Okay? Also, staff supports removing temporary labor hiring hall from the specific prohibited uses in the downtown redevelopment area, but adding the use as a general prohibited in all redevelopment areas. So I know we had discussion before about certain things being prohibited in downtown that were not prohibited in Midtown. So we went back and some of the things, some of the issues that you have are addressed in that. Check cashing services and homeless services have been requested by all the redevelopment boards to be added to the list of prohibited uses. So,
Charles. Sir, if you're looking for parts of it's down here. Okay? All right, go ahead. Sorry.
okay, staff has proposed removing the following uses or terms from the list of prohibited uses in all redevelopment areas. The use food bank is proposed to be removed as a prohibited use in the redevelopment areas. Food banks would also be removed as a conditional use in Article 17, conditions and requirements for specific uses. This use is generally considered a warehouse use with no direct distribution of goods to the general public. This type of warehouse use is only prohibited in the BW and industrial zoning districts. The term mission was discussed among the task force members and staff and was determined to be a vague reference that was not easily identified. The city's LDC also does not offer a definition of the term. It is believed that a mission would include several different types of uses. Any specific use proposed by a mission would be required to meet zoning requirements. The term Turkish bath is an outdated term and not defined by the LDC. This is not a social service use, but staff support removing the term as part of the text amendment modifying prohibited uses. The term massage parlors, we had this discussion before. The term massage parlors is proposed to be removed from the list of prohibited uses in redevelopment areas. Massage therapy is a personal service and is permitted wherever zoning permits personal services. Massage therapists are licensed by the state. Occupational permits issued by the city of Daytona Beach for massage therapy requires evidence of state licensing. Okay? Anyone have any questions about that? Okay? In addition, the Midtown Redevelopment Board has requested the following uses to be added to the prohibited list specifically to the Midtown Redevelopment area: car wash, convenience stores, vehicle service, light and heavy, outdoor storage, package stores, used clothing sales, used furniture sales, and vehicle sales. I think when we had our workshop, that pretty much hit all the ones that we had an issue with in the Midtown Redevelopment area. Some of the other things that were on the list, and I talked to Jason about it, was that we talked about the signage, the signs on the sidewalk, and those were already prohibited in all redevelopment areas. There's an enforcement issue, and we're going to be addressing that with the code enforcement guys to make sure that that's taken care of. Okay.
additional list?
That was the list of prohibited uses that I got from the workshop. As you can see, most of those are addressed in the memo that came from Jason.
Now, did everybody get this list? Everybody needs to look at that list and see if you want to add anything or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a separate piece of paper.
No, I didn't. I only gave that list to you.
Oh. So we did?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was a working document for you to review. When I sat down with Jason, we went over it, and a lot of stuff is included in the document that he prepared, and a lot of that's on there was not. It was already addressed. So, but these are the main items that I agree with Jason on, that these were items that we wanted to make sure that were prohibited uses in the Midtown redevelopment area. I think this pretty much addresses most of the issues that we had.
Charles, I think we would just it was just suggested to me that we read that list that you gave me out loud. I'm passing it down so
Okay.
everybody can look at it and see. It's not that we're not gonna have any, that the ones that are there are gonna stay, but the other ones, we're not having them come back. Do you all understand what we're saying? Okay, does everybody get what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't. So, we need to make sure, I'm passing it down so everybody can look at it.
Okay.
And see what y'all wanna do, with that list. You all wanna add something, or you don't think something's right, let us know. And, Charles, you have your list with you?
No, I don't have it. I can read it out, but like I said, I sat down with Jason and went through it, and these were the things that needed to be addressed. A lot of those I had on the list were things that were already being addressed.
Okay.
I'll go ahead while they're reviewing that. The following are existing definitions in the LDC for the uses proposed to be prohibited in the redevelopment area. We talked about check cashing services, which is a payday loan, paycheck advance or payday advance service, which provides a small short-term loan that is intended to cover a borrower's immediate expenses. Check cashing services do not include a retail sales and service use, engaged primarily in the business of selling customer goods to retail buyers, and which cashes checks or money orders as an incidental service, or state and federal charter bank, savings association, credit union, farm credit system, or an industrial loan company. The convenience store is the retail sales and service store with less than 5,000 square feet of floor area that primarily sells grocery, daily items, and miscellaneous day-to-day goods.
Okay, excuse me. When these stores are given permits to do, does someone go in and measure to see if it's 5,000 square feet, or you can just look at something and tell?
She's gone. I was going to ask Juan. She's not here, but I think they have to bring in some document to determine the size of the building when they are requesting permits. They'd have to-
Yeah, on the application, there should be a square footage.
Well, she asked, did someone physically go out and measure? I don't think so. I think they can tell by probably from the property appraiser report that they can pull. Verify it through
The county property appraiser.
Right.
Okay, so it's nothing that they're going out, because if somebody adds something onto it, and somebody else comes in and rents it or gets it, then you all just assume that it's still the same amount, or what?
No, that it should be added every time there is a permit taken. It'll be added to the record. For
Yeah,
that purpose.
because they do periodically checks of buildings, and if it's not on that property appraiser's office, then they're going to have a problem with the city and probably the property appraiser's office also, because they're not collecting taxes on that addition. Okay. The other two items on here address vehicular service and vehicular light service, which we talked about, repairs, automobile repairs, motorcycle repairs, and things of that nature that we didn't want to see in the Midtown area, in addition to the used cars sales and the new car sales that we wanted to eliminate and make them prohibited in the Midtown area.
Charles, does this list has to go to CRA board or city commission or?
It'll first go to the planning board and then to the city commission.
Okay, and we're gonna send this to the planning board soon, or what we doing?
Yes, that'll go to the planning board. What's the date, Dennis? The end of June. It'll get sent, and it'll be for consideration by the planning board in their July meeting, which is the last Thursday. Is that correct or no? We're going to get clarification here.
Good afternoon. Dennis Morozek, planner with the city. We're actually anticipating bringing this forward to the planning board at the June 23rd meeting of this month. So we'll take the recommendation from the Midtown board, and we'll take that to the next planning board meeting.
Thank you.
Okay. This document addresses one of the major issues that we talked about as far as being a place being grandfathered in. It addresses that. It addresses the issue about a vacant building being vacant more than 90 days, and it addresses all of that. Like I said, I've reviewed the document. I think it contains everything that the Midtown Board was looking for as prohibited uses, and as far as the terms that we were looking for. We can, even though we go ahead and if we approve this document today, we can at a later date, once we get through with the Midtown master plan, we can look at that, and then we might want to come back and add some things to that. But at this point, as staff, I would recommend that we go ahead and approve this document.
Do we need a motion?
Yes.
Okay, we need a motion to approve the document that Mr. Bryant has just read.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I make a motion that we accept the documentation given by Mr. Bryan for the prohibited uses in redevelopment areas.
Midtown redevelopment.
Yes.
Can I get a second?
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, it's been passed by the Midtown Board. All right, are you done, Mr. Bryant, with
Yeah.
that part of it?
Yes.
Okay. You have questions?
Okay.
Ms. Vicky? You have questions?
Yeah, I do have a question.
Okay.
When it said, Charles, on the page before the last one, where it says Midtown redevelopment area prohibited uses, and you all have some underline, are the underlines the ones that the general prohibited? Like you have the car wash. And are the ones that are underlined, those the ones for us are, that's for everybody. That's what I need.
That's for the whole.
The ones that are underlined.
I think this document pertains to all redevelopment areas.
Okay, I understand that, but I'm looking on the last page where it says Midtown redevelopment area prohibited.
Number 3.
Number
Okay.
3. And what I'm asking is where it says car washes underlined,
That
vehicle
is-
service, lights and heavy. Is that,
That's added.
those are the one that added to it, or you got them underlined? I just need to know.
Yes. Those are one that's been added,
Okay.
as I understand it.
To the list.
Right.
Okay.
To this list? Okay, any more questions?
No, thank you.
Okay. You answer your question, Ms. Moore?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. All right. The master plan workshop,
Okay, I put this on here because we have a schedule that's going to be coming up. I got an email from Professor Hoffman today, and I forwarded it to Reed. I haven't had an opportunity to get with him on that to see where we are in the planning stages for the next workshop. But once we settle that, I will send out a notice to all the board members and follow up with a phone call to let you know what we've done on the schedule for the next workshop. I think the time he wanted to do it, I think was the time that Reed would be on vacation, and so.
Which is okay, yeah, it would be okay, I'm sure, but if, I think we're looking at after the 4th of July, if we could.
When is your vacation?
um,
Oh, you don't want to tell us? Okay, all right.
Let me announce this for everybody.
It'll be
I'll be
after the
gone soon,
4th.
and I will be returning, and you'll see me for the, after the holiday. And so after the 4th of July is what I'm suggesting is that we consider.
Also, something that I wanted to get the boards to think about while we're away. I've talked to Professor Hoffman, and I've talked to Charles, and I've kind of talked to Reed, kind of sort of. I was thinking that since we are in the midst of trying to get everything together and situated, that we may need Professor Hoffman in the group for another year, mainly to finite this process that we're doing. I went to a meeting last night of the E-Zone, and Reed, you can verify this if you like. Maybe I didn't look at it the right way, but it was just so much stuff that we still need to go through, you know what I'm saying? And I want this process to work and to move and to be a liquid thing. I don't want it to sit on the shelf. And if we don't have our act together when we go in front of City Commission, they're going to stall. And it's not going to get to do what we want to do, what we worked our butts off to get done. So I think if we can get Professor Hoffman to stay on another year, to find out the process, to help with the LDCs, to help with the rewrites of things, to help with Mary McLeod Bethune, what we're going to do there, Orange Avenue, ISB to the railroad track, and different things that we can finite the process, I think it'll be a good thing. And you don't have to say anything right now unless you just want to, but I need for you all to think about that. Right now, we don't have any capital projects underway. We don't have anything going, and okay, we're on TV. I feel like if we don't use it, I'm gonna say it. You know me. If we don't use it, it's going to be used for something else. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I want us to get the benefit of our little bit of money on some things that we want to do in the community and everything else. Okay? So that's my thinking on that. So give it some thought and let me know. Professor Hoffman is very willing to come back for another year, of course. Get better. But we're going to put some other things in his contract to let him know that he will be doing, maybe helping with some LDCs or helping with something else. Ms. Benjamin, I'm weary about the time, girl. But I want us to know, so I want y'all to think about it. Okay, I'm done with that. Go ahead, Charles, I'm sorry. And I'd like the board to know where I'm coming from.
Okay. All right. The next item is the redevelopment project updates. I do have some information up. Okay. This is the World Changes program that's going to be taking place. Actually, it starts next week, the 20th. This year, we only have 3 projects because of the cutback from the World Changes program. This year, they decided to go with college students because of insurance coverage, liability. They're going with college students. So they didn't have as many college students to sign up as they did with high school students. Last year and the year before, they had over 280 students that signed up that came from all parts of the country to be a part of the program. This year, I think they've got somewhere around 100 students, and they're going to be doing Holly Hill, Daytona Beach, South Daytona, and Port Orange, I think. So they're going to be covered. I I have 3 projects for redevelopment. I think community development has 1 project. So we have 4 projects in the city of Daytona Beach, and they're all they're going to be painting projects. The first one here is 140 South Caroline Street. The next one is 356 Bartley Road, and the last one is 568 Bellevue Avenue. Those are the 3 projects in the redevelopment area. I'm not sure where community development project will, but where their project will be. But and these are all painting projects. They didn't take on any roofs, replacing boards or anything this year because, like I said, because they're going to be starting out with college students this year. And in the past, they've had some problems with roofs, so they decided not to take on roofs this year. But if you get an opportunity to look at these 3 addresses, you could get out there and look at them before they paint them, and then go by again and look at them once they paint them. You'll see a large difference. They do a good job on these homes. The homeowners are very happy. They sit down and talk with them. They eat with them, and have prayer services with them. And these are elderly people in our community. A lot of people, they really enjoy having these kids come out and sit down and talk to them and work on their house. So this is a good program that we participated in the last 2 years. This will be our 3rd year participating. If you like to look at some of the other homes that we've done in the area, just see me and I'll give you a list of those houses. And I do have the before and after pictures so you can see the difference. And that's what we're trying to do in redevelopment. We're trying to revitalize the area, make the homes in our area look more presentable, and make the homeowners happy as we try to help them. So those are the projects that we have. Okay.
You know, Charles, that lady that we helped on, what's it, the lady that died?
Ms. Jackson.
Miss Jackson.
Yeah.
She loved those kids coming to talk to her and eating lunch with her. I mean, she just had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
You know, this big smile on her face, and that's good that we do that for older folks. I want somebody to do that for me when I get older.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it, Charles?
That's it for me.
And we're glad to have a World Changers. I'm glad this is a good ongoing thing. Ms. Hitchman. Public comments? Nope. Board comments? Go, Denise, do you have comments?
Good evening, and I hope that from this time forward, we can meet in 40 minutes, and happy summer.
I'm going to pass over to Mr. Ken here, honey. Go ahead.
You already said amen.
No? That's all you got to say?
That's all I got to say.
All right, Ms. Benjamin.
I just have one thing to let you all know that in 2012, the AMVETS men and ladies and the sons will host their national convention in Daytona Beach, Florida.
All right. All right. I'd like to notice Mr. Derek here.
Okay, it will be.
Commission to be.
Let's see, August, I believe they come in. I have the other information.
Mr. Henry is here. Still commissioned me. Still love you. Love your brother too, but love you too. Okay, Pat, go ahead. Don't even laugh.
Good afternoon. Let's keep an eye on different streets to be fixed up. Orange Avenue, MLK, and other streets in the community. I still see too many other projects taking place in the community, and it has been a long time. And I would love to see things being done. I also would like to say, don't forget Juneteenth, the banquet tonight, and the children who are out there are visiting different camps and enjoy themselves. So let's not forget them.
I would also like to inform you that AMVETS Ladies Auxiliary next Thursday night at 6 o'clock at the AMVETS Club will be presenting leisure service $1,000 for swimming lessons for the kids.
Great, wonderful, wonderful, thank you. Our kids do need to swim and learn how to swim. And I've been telling as many children as I can find. You want to go up there, you know, about going to swimming. And you can get in free, tell them Miss Johnny sent you. If he has any problems, because I want these kids to have something to do for the summertime. And maybe next summer we can get some other things going so the kids have something to do. So they'll be taking scooters and other things that they should be doing.
Madam Chair,
Go right ahead.
I stopped in yesterday to get some children signed up, and I will assume he's the director. He stated that they're almost at a standstill because they're waiting on some funding, that they needed at least between $500 to $1,000 to carry this through before they go back to school, because it's turning into the children are going, but the money's running out. So
As long as Mr. Percy didn't say it, it's okay.
so they're looking for some funding.
We still gonna send them up there and do what we're gonna do, and we're gonna keep on going, girl. Cause it's gonna be all right. They're gonna learn how to backstroke. Okay, well,
You demonstrated on TV, wonderful.
that's okay. Hey, that's okay. I ain't scared. I want y'all hopefully to have a wonderful night tonight. All y'all that's going.
Are
Look all
you?
cute? No.
Give me your ticket.
I want some cake, Miss Pat. You need to get me some cake. So y'all just have a wonderful time. Y'all gonna be looking all cute and everything. Everybody gonna be out. Ooh. I ain't scared of you either. So everybody have a wonderful time. And I want you, Reed Berger, to have a wonderful time. And,
We'll take pictures.
The haircut is wonderful. All right. You got something to say there, Mr. Henry? That's okay. You're welcome anytime. Charles got something to say. Go ahead.
I'd just like to invite the board and everyone to come out at the Juneteenth Festival on Saturday. I'm the festival chair, so I look for your support to come out and support us. We're going to have a wonderful time. We've got a lot of activities for the kids. We start at 11, go to 6 p.m. I'll be out there probably about 6 a.m. So we got a lot of volunteers that's going to be coming, but it's always good to see the board come out. I'll be walking around, probably won't see you, but just grab me and shake me and let me know you're there. Because we got a lot of things going on. This is one of the largest affairs that we have in Daytona for the youth in our community. And we got a lot of people. If you look at the signs on the fence, the banners, a lot of people. I got a call just before I came to the meeting. Somebody wanted a banner on the fence. So I told them what they had to do to get it up there. So we've got a lot of activities going on. We got a lot of food vendors. We got a lot of different merchandising vendors. We got the pool that's going to be open for the kids on Saturday also. So we've got a lot of things going on. We want you to come out. You're a major sponsor for this event. I would definitely like to see you come out. A lot of people know that. You'll be at the festival itself. It'll be announced that you're a major sponsor, and the people want to come up and thank you for your support. So I'd like to have you come out and support me. Thank you.
Mr. Bryan, I would like to say that I'm sorry I won't be here this weekend, but you know that I'm part of the Juneteenth. Thank you. I'll do better next year.
Well, they always do a wonderful thing for the kids, and I'm always excited, and I talk about it all the time because I think it's a wonderful thing that Linda and Charles and Mr. Holiness and the whole group does. I really thank you. You too, Miss Pat. I said the whole group. We'll get into that. So it's wonderful. The kids always have a great time. They love to climb and wall and all that stuff, and I'm standing there like a mother hen going, "Oh Lord, go fall, go fall." And they have to calm me down. Ma'am, it's okay, it's okay. Just tell them it's okay. But they have a wonderful time. And I don't know, is the horses and stuff going to be there? All right. That's great. I got to get my kids, though, to start touching animals. Okay, Miss Gidget, we going. All right, any other questions?
If you promise us next month, it will be 45 minutes.
I ain't promised that.
Well, let's stay 50 more minutes.
I'd like to make a motion.
Let's stay 15
I
more
like,
minutes.
I like to make a motion that the meeting is adjourned.
Like I'm trying to
I
get that
second.
little cute. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Me! I can't with y'all.
If you can do it in 45 minutes, so